Hey everyone, welcome back. So today's video, I want to share with you all of the delicious, yummy fall candles that I've recently purchased at Bath & Body Works. I buy their fall candles. I stock up every year because my favorite scents from them are their fall and winter scents. Those are really the only ones that I like. So I go a little ham at this time of year collecting my candles because I burn them for until next year at this time. I just love these scents. They're just my absolute favorite. So I wanted to share with you what I bought, give you a little scent description, why I recommend them. I love to just kind of chit chat about scents and stuff like that, and I realize you can't smell through the viewfinder here. But this just kind of helped give you a little bit of a direction, because there's candles that are like their best-selling ones that I think stink or I think are just too much and just not good. These are ones that I really enjoy. So let's start off with the non-candle item. This is the one thing, okay, I was looking for a hand soap, and I have to tell you, you need this soap. Forget everything else that they have. Just get this one. This is the apples and brown sugar. This matches my countertop, so I kind of liked that whole thing. Anyone else buy soaps that match their setup? Because I think Bath & Body Works knows that. But this one, I love the color of it. It's just very, it's so fall. But this is their Creamy Luxe. And so the apples and brown sugar is exactly that. It is amazing. Very, very delicious. They have some cute Wallflower Plugins too. I was going to grab one of those, but now I literally am locked in this setup here, so I'm not going to go grab it. But there's some cute Wallflower Plugins. I do those throughout my whole house as well. Every single room basically has some sort of scent wafting through the air, but I just really love my house to smell good, and I'm just a big on scents, very much so. Let's get into the candles. I'm just going to grab the first one here. I don't like the pattern on this outside, but that's another nice thing about them, Bath & Body Works or White Barn, have you. You can get different outside. So they'll pour the candle scent into more than one type of glass. They also have those little candle holder decorative like type ones, like the metal casings that you can set these in, and I have a few of those as well. But this is Sweater Weather. I buy this one every single year. Oh, whenever you smell this, or when I smell this, it just takes me back to the first year of being married, which now, gosh, is 10 years ago. I'll be married 10 years in October. And when I had gone to buy candles for the first time, and it was fall, this was one of the candles that I had bought. This is really great. This is just a very invigorating, zesty kind of fall scent. Fresh sage, juniper berry, aromatic eucalyptus, and fresh woods. So juniper berry, Bath & Body Works back in the day had a juniper breeze, which was my favorite lotion, body spray, and body gel combo. I had that in high school. It was my favorite one that they made, juniper breeze. And so this kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but the sage is, it just brings in that Thanksgiving smell, you know, with your stuffing, and I love anything really herby. So I think this would be a nice one to actually burn in your kitchen, or just in your entryway, or just wherever. This Sweater Weather, I buy this every year. It's one of my favorites. One of that is always available every single year, and for good reason. Now there's others that are available that I just think are too sweet. They're just too much. I feel like sometimes the candle will smell really lovely in the container, but then you burn it, and it's a whole different story. And vice versa. Sometimes it's disappointing. It smells really, I don't know. I just sometimes get disappointed by them. But I don't think you'll be disappointed with Sweater Weather. The next one I got was a bulb that they had, one of those wallflower bulbs last winter. And on a whim, I just bought it. And oh my gosh, I fell in love. I bought like so many of them. In fact, I'm still using the Chestnut and Clove bulb from last winter in my kids' bathroom because I just love it. So I actually bought two of these, and I really like the color on this. It's like a very nice muted terracotta, which I think is a lovely, lovely fall shade. Kind of is giving me, it matches my pants, okay? Like my pants are like a more red brick version of a terracotta, but equally gorgeous. So anyways, this one, you guys, if I can advise you to buy a couple of this, please do. This is heavenly. I love really spicy, earthy, woodsy type scents. This one is warm roasted chestnuts, which reminds me of, you know, the Christmas chestnuts roasting, that song. Fresh ground clove. I love clove. Love clove. and cedar wood. I actually put cedar wood essential oil on myself every night because it's very calming. It's very relaxing. I love that earthy type smell, and it just makes your house smell like you're sitting out by an open campfire somewhere, but like in the best way. Or maybe you know, like a cedar box, jewelry box. Remember back in the day, you know, jewelry boxes would be made with like real wood and not that fake stuff nowadays. Oh, you guys, this is wonderful. Wonderful. You definitely need to get chestnut and clove. Another one that I bought was the pumpkin clove. I think this is new this year. I don't remember this last year. This one is clove buds, ground cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, and fresh pumpkin. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so I have the pumpkin pie candle, and that is out in my living room right now. It had said online only when I bought it like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I did not see that on the website recently, but you know how they kind of restock things too, especially after a sale, which I got all these on a sale. But this is like pumpkin pie, but a little bit more subdued. I actually think I like the pumpkin pie one even better. This has a little bit more clove in it, maybe a hint of nutmeg like it says. I'm wondering how this is going to smell though when you're burning it, because it's very pleasant. Very pleasant. It's not as sweet. I don't like too sweet of a candle because it can kind of be overkill when it's burning. But this one also has a really nice pretty leaf embossing on the lid. Some of them are plain, others, I usually throw the lids out quite honestly because I like, even when you're not burning it, if you leave the lids off, it permeates the room as well. I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but if you like this makeup look, I did film it and I will link that below. Okay, this one was a new scent last year, White Pumpkin. I loved this. I bought a ton of bulbs in this. I bought a few candles in it. This year they did a really pretty gold and cream embossing. You can also take these labels off, but this particular one is nice. It's got some texture to it. It's not like the stickers, which are just this, which you can rip off. I personally really like just the frosted glass because if you're going to reuse these for, say, your makeup brushes or something, I think that these frosted glass ones are very well done. But this one has texture. So White Pumpkin is indeed White Pumpkin, Autumn Spice Blend, and Ground Cinnamon. Now, I'll also let you know I love cinnamon. I think cinnamon is like the epitome of a homey smell. I think it's lovely. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. The White Pumpkin is different than regular pumpkin. It's got a little bit more of like a spice scent to it, but it's almost a little bit creamy. Like there's a creamy vanilla aspect to this. This kind of reminds me, you know the kitchen spice wallflower bulbs that they have? It kind of reminds me of that, but White Pumpkin is lovely. If you don't like a lot of pumpkin, give this one a go because I think that you'll enjoy the pumpkin-esque that comes through, but there's just a little bit more of baking spice notes to that one. Okay, this one. These are new too. These are the luminary candles. So when you burn this candle, this portion is all cut out, so it kind of lights up really beautifully when you burn it. This is called Spiced Chestnut. And I also like the lid on this one because it kind of looks like a tree. So some of these lids I will leave on just because they're really pretty, but like the plain ones, I'll just take off. Okay, this one I was hemming and hawing over because this is going to bring you into that kind of caramely, really sweet. There's a really sweet quality to this. But because of the nuts, the chestnuts, it mellows it out. So this is roasted chestnut, mulled spices, dark rum, and barrel-aged spiced cider. There's a lot of rum that comes through in this. This reminds me of the bourbon maple, which is another candle that they have. Sorry, Elsa's in here and she is scratching to death if you hear her bell. I bought that one last year and I liked it, but I didn't love it, so I didn't repurchase it this year. It is still available this year. It was a little bit too sweet when it burned for my taste. I think this one's going to be better because it's that nutty quality to it kind of really mellows out the sweetness. It's really finding that balance in scents for me. I really like a balanced anything. I don't care what we're talking about here. I like a variety of things mixed within it, but done in a very balanced way, so nothing's overpowering something else, so that you kind of get a little bit of everything that comes through. That's the kind of candle scent that I like too. This is nice. Okay, now the more I have this, I'm like, yes, yes. Okay, spiced chestnut, yes. This is fantastic. Okay, here's another luminary. This is apple weather. You like fresh, crisp, citrus. Yes, fresh, crisp apple. When you go to an apple orchard and you are picking apples off the tree, if you've ever done that, and you pick that fresh apple and you smell it, that's what this is. We're not talking the grocery store apples that you're like, smell them like, where's the apple scent? This is that fresh apple off of the tree, apple picking, cool, crisp breeze in the air. Maybe you got a little bit of a red nose, your fingers are a little chilly. That's what this is. So this is fresh farm stand apples, lavender leaves, cinnamon bark. I do get a little lavender actually. Lavender's lovely. I love lavender. In fact, I planted a lavender in my garden here. I hope it survives and grows, and just I want to be able to freshly pick my lavender and use it and just kind of display it and stuff. Okay, yes. If you love fresh apples, the apple weather is beautiful. Look at the outside of this one. This one's really pretty, and this one doesn't scream fall as far as the color scheme here, but if you look at the picture, you have gourds, you have pumpkins, and you have just all of the greenery, you know, like the flowers that you see at this time of year. This one's called vanilla sage. This, you guys, this has a juiciness to it. I haven't read the description yet. I try to just smell them and give you my thoughts and then tell you what's inside. This is really nice. I think if you like anything really juicy, this is wonderful. I gotta read this. This fresh or frosted sage, fresh pine needles, white lavender, and vanilla cream. Oh, I kind of wish I would have bought 2 of these. This is nice, guys. It's pleasant. It's fresh. It gives you fall without screaming fall. It's not too deep. It's not too musky. It's not too spicy. It's very gentle. I think this is a good transitional candle. If you're still holding on to summer and those fresh, juicy scents that you enjoy, get this. For real, get this. I think you will really enjoy it. Okay, so this outer packaging is very similar to the vanilla sage. This one's beautiful. It's got the texture on it. It's got apples and pine cones and pumpkins, just really pretty. There's something very vintage about this particular, these wraps here. It just kind of reminded me of, you know, something of a previous day. It's not as modern and clean looking, which I don't really like a modern clean style anyways. And so this just, I don't know, it's really pretty. So this is Harvest Gathering. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of cranberry. Oh, definite cinnamon. I gotta read this. Fresh picked apples, autumn berries, and clove buds. Okay, so the cranberry and the cinnamon must be the autumn berries. Oh, wow, this is really good. This is reminding me of my grandma's house. My grandma, Ro, always had cinnamon. She must have really liked cinnamon because her house always smelled like some sort of apples and cinnamon all the time. Oh, this is lovely. I think that this is another one of those transitional type scents because it's got a lot of juicy quality to it. Berries, and when I think of berries and juicy type fruits, I think like summer. So I think this is another good transitional one. We're not to the Thanksgiving dinner table yet, but we're kind of getting there. So I think this is another really nice one to have. That's a good kitchen one. Okay, and if I had to buy this just because of what it's called Wine Cellar, but it's also this really nice muted eggplant color and that frosted glass once again. I think that is just a really pretty color, you know, and it's a different season. That's not what I'm going. It's a different color for the season. Like you don't see a lot of muted purple so much, but look how beautifully they pair together. Okay, so this is Wine Cellar. This is the smell of a gift house, like a place that sells a variety of cutesy gift things that smells fantastic. Okay, this is wonderful. This is mulled apples, fresh fig, that's what I'm getting, and cedarwood. Ooh, that fig is very interesting in there. I like it. And of course the cedar wood just kind of brings her all back down. I really like to have a base note in my scent, something that's really going to ground the scent and not just leave it up here all frou-frou floating around. I don't like things that are too floral for that reason, because it feels like they're just floating up here. You need to kind of bring them down and ground them a little bit. Oh, yes. This wine cellar, yeah, that's fantastic. I think this one is new. I have not seen this before. This one's called Fall Farmhouse, and the outside of it's also very cool. It kind of looks like a tree with some leaf in silver embossing on the outside. Very nature-esque. I love the hammered lid on this. That is also a lid I will keep. Fall Farmhouse. Oh yes. Okay, yep. It definitely smells like, you ever gone to someone's house where they actually live on a farm and they are making a apple pie, say. And there's just something like, you can smell the history in the house, like in the wood. You know, the kitchen's had all kinds of love and cooking poured into it. Oh, this. You also need to buy 2 of. Okay, this one is Spiced Pumpkin, Forest Pine Branch, Fresh Fall Air. Yes, windows open, baking, like you pull up into the driveway and you can already smell that they're cooking. Oh my gosh, yes. Maybe there's a creaky rocking chair on the front porch with the cute little plaid blanket draped over it. I'm thinking like a Hallmark movie setup here, right? Oh my gosh, yes. Fall Farmhouse, fantastic. Okay, and the very last one is cinnamon bark. Love cinnamon. You know, I also kind of like to burn more than one candle at one time. Complementary, burning them together, and that kind of creates another level of scent and like layering things together. This one has the hammered lid again, and this one kind of looks like a birch tree maybe. Or maybe this is what a cinnamon, I don't know. Cinnamon tree? Cinnamon bark? I should know. I'm just making myself look like a complete ignorant idiot, but whatever. Okay, so let's smell. Oh, this is cinnamon bark with some depth. I think there's cedar wood in here. Okay, so this is lovely. This is cinnamon sticks, clove buds, vanilla bean, white cedar. Yes, lovely. So homey. I think when you pair anything pine or cedar with cinnamon, it's like a marriage. It's like perfection, because you're taking 2 very different things and you put them together, and it's like a puzzle piece, and it just makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, yes, you guys. Cinnamon bark is fantastic. I could possibly be back with winter scents if you guys want me to do that. I just love sitting here and smelling my candles and talking all things fall. Don't forget to check out this Get Ready With Me, this makeup look. I was just kind of shooting the breeze and having a good time. And I love chatting with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. Let me know in the comments below what some of your fall Bath & Body Works White Barn candles, what your most favorite ones are that you buy every single year. So thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, and we'll chat soon. Bye.